right, Nick, there's been a lot of turnover on the Chicago Bears this offseason in the coaching department and the player department, but one person who has stayed the same is tight end Cole Kmet. And I really think, per the story that you've looked up and some stats that we have looked up, that Kmet is really primed for a breakout season this year. He seems to really fit more into this offensive scheme than he did in Matt Nagy's offensive scheme. And I feel like Justin Fields, as a young guy, will be able to heavily lean on this great tight end target. But before we get into this story too deep, I want to ask the Bears fans, who will Justin Fields' favorite target be this season? Will it be Kmet? Will it be one of these other younger receivers they have? Comment in the comments below who's going to be Fields' favorite target this season. But all right, Nick, why don't you let us in on this story about Kmet?
Yeah, so Carmen Vitale over the Draft Network wrote a really good piece talking about Kmet and his growth as a player and how he kind of started slow in the league, but not used a whole lot, didn't get a lot of snaps, but by the end of last season had a really high usage rate, which means he was on the field all the time and saw his production increasingly ramp up. Remember, at the time, the Bears also had veteran tight end Jimmy Graham, who they're competing for playing time, probably wrongly so, but he did have to win out a lot of time from Graham. And I really think that, just like you mentioned, Kmet is poised for a big breakout season. I love his size and his physical attributes. The guy 6'6", 260, so 4'7", 40, 37-inch vertical, played at Notre Dame in college, big school, has good hands, can block. He seems like just a physical specimen ready to jump in and make a big impact going into year 3.
Yeah, Nick, and I think some things about Kmet that we can look at is even in the Nagy system, Kmet seemed to grow a lot from year 1 to year 2. The places he grew the biggest were in the passing game. He was graded almost 10 points higher in 2021 than he was in 2020. In the run blocking game, again, almost another 10-point higher grade there. In the pass blocking game, not so much. But I think that Kmet has also gotten a lot of volume, and he's done a lot with that volume. We said he got 60 targets this past season, and he converted that into over 600 yards receiving. So I think that's pretty impressive. He didn't really get much in the touchdown department, but I think that's going to come in a better offensive scheme. And when you know what you have in Kmet as both, a run blocker and receiver, that's going to be very useful in this new offensive scheme, especially as like a safety valve for Fields. Don't you think?
Well, let's not hate on Kmet too much for not scoring a whole lot of touchdowns or scoring 0 touchdowns last year. It was Matt Nagy's offense. I remember a number of Bears games where it was literally their goal line offense was throwing jump balls to an aging Jimmy Graham who couldn't jump anymore. That's not his fault. That was just pretty bad offense on Nagy's part. Won't be an issue anymore. But talking about the new offense, looking at Luke Getsy, their new offensive coordinator, obviously coming from Green Bay where they had Robert Tonyan. There's a lot of commentary about Kmet is going to be, Robert Tonyan 2.0. And I really think there's a lot of validity to that because Kmet is bigger, stronger, faster, more athletic than what Tonyan was or Tonyan is in Green Bay. And Tonyan was very productive in Getsy's offense, especially in 2020 with Aaron Rodgers. He loves using those tight ends, especially down the seams. Those are really challenging throws for quarterbacks. You need a guy like Aaron Rodgers to make those throws. Good thing for the Bears is that they have a guy with big-time arm talent in Justin Fields. Now that they actually have a good offensive scheme around him, he'll have confidence to make those throws. And I think it'll really translate into Cole Kmet. Because really one of the things Fields has been lacking is a receiver he can trust. At Ohio State, they were loaded with those guys. And having a guy he can trust to make those plays is important. Now, I know he has Mooney. Last year they had Robinson for some of that. But in that scheme, it's really hard because Matt Nagy just gave him no chance for success. So it's really hard to build trust in the players when the scheme is so bad. Having a guy like Kmet now in a better scheme and, obviously paired with Mooney on the outside will allow Fields to build that rapport and trust with these receivers to come up big for him down the field in big situations. And I think that'll be good both for Kmet and for Fields.
Hey, Nick, you want to get some awesome NFL merch like this? If you want the best, most high quality NFL merch that you get, go check out Ultra Game NFL, one of the NFL's top sellers on Amazon. They sell the most premium NFL merch money can buy. So if you want to check them out, where can we find them, Nick?
Yeah, exactly. Check them out in our description box below. We got all kinds of great affiliate links you can use that get you directly to Ultra Game NFL's store with all the greatest high quality merch for your team. Use these affiliate links. It's a big help to us for our channel at no extra cost to you. Check it out. Ultra Game NFL, the best gear you'll ever find.